Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's spell in charge of Manchester United has made us reconsider how we look back on Jose Mourinho's reign at the club. The Portuguese coach was sacked in December 2018 after 2.5 years at Old Trafford. The Red Devils were then sixth in the Premier League at the time of Mourinho's dismissal, 19 points behind leaders Liverpool. Yet there were highs under Mourinho, including winning the League Cup and Europa League in 2017. And being sixth in the Premier League is a position that Manchester United fans would take given the way this season has started. Mourinho was often criticized for many of his decisions and comments while he was the boss. But looking back, it turns out he was often correct. Here are 8 things that Mourinho was right about at Man United. Number 8. Losing Rui Faria has been the biggest loss of Jose Mourinho's career and has impacted the club. Assistant coach Rui Faria and Jose Mourinho had a long-standing relationship ever since 2002 at Porto. He had since been an integral part of Jose Mourinho's backroom staff at Chelsea, Inter Milan, Real Madrid, Chelsea again, and finally Manchester United. But in 2018, Rui Faria decided that he would like to take a break from the game, which brought their long-standing partnership to an end. Not surprisingly, results at Manchester United started to deteriorate. This ultimately led to the sacking of Mourinho in late December 2018. Mourinho, however, had correctly predicted that the loss of his number 2 would have an impact on him and the club, and it did. Number 7. Nice guy managers become puppets. I don't want to be a nice guy because a nice guy after 3 months is a puppet and that doesn't end well. Those were Mourinho's words at the end of the 2018-2019 season after Solskjaer's honeymoon period had been brought to an end with 6 defeats in their final 10 matches. Many took it to be a subtle dig at Solskjaer, and they were probably right. Solskjaer is a nice guy, but the fear is that he won't be strong enough to deal with those above him at Old Trafford. The Norwegian spell in charge started well enough, but it's easy to wonder whether he has the fire to turn recent results around. Number 6. World-class defender needed. The Man United hierarchy refused to bow to Mourinho's demand to sign a class defender in the summer of 2018. Toby Alderweireld, Harry Maguire, Jerome Boateng, and Yerry Mina were the names put forward by Mourinho, but the board refused to go ahead with any of them. It left them entering the 2018-2019 season with Eric Bailly, Chris Smalling, Phil Jones, Victor Lindelof, and Marcos Rojo as their centre-back options. They only signed a centre-back after Mourinho left, spending £80 million to bring Maguire to Old Trafford from Leicester City. Yet according to the various sources, they could have bought Maguire for just £15 million in 2017 when Mourinho wanted him. Number 5. Paul Pogba can't be trusted. The France international was reportedly labelled a virus by Mourinho after Man United drew 2-2 with Southampton last December. These were his words: "You don't respect players and supporters, and you kill the mentality of the good, honest people around you," Mourinho said to Pogba, as per The Sun. "You are like a person with the flu, with a virus in a closed room. You pass that virus to the others." When Mourinho was sacked by United, it was seen as a victory for Pogba. In a battle between manager and player, the World Cup winner prevailed. But how has he repaid the club for sticking with him? By voicing his desire for a new challenge. "I've been 3 years in Manchester and never been doing great. Some good moments and some bad moments like everybody, like everywhere else," Pogba said in June. "After this season and everything that happened with my season being my best season, it would be a good time to have a new challenge somewhere else." Coupled with his inconsistent displays, It's rather stunning that Man United are reportedly prepared to give Pogba a pay raise in an attempt to get him to stay. Number 4. Andreas Pereira isn't the answer. Solskjaer appears to admire Brazilian midfielder Andreas Pereira, where Mourinho certainly didn't. He spent 2 seasons under Mourinho out on loan, the first with Granada and the second with Valencia. But the United boss was disappointed with his desire to spend a second campaign away from Manchester instead of fighting for a spot at the club. His was a personal decision that I don't agree with, a decision that I don't think honestly is the best decision for him, a decision that disappoints me, Mourinho said. He has the potential to be fighting for a position, fighting for opportunities, and fighting to be a Manchester United player. Pereira was given another chance in the 2018-2019 season, starting in the opening weekend, but he was hauled off at halftime the following week and didn't start a match until December. But the 23-year-old hasn't lived up to the hype. Louis van Gaal wasn't convinced by him either, but Solskjaer continues to use him in his team. He doesn't improve Manchester United according to multiple experts. Number 3. Marcus Rashford isn't a number 9. The arrivals of Zlatan Ibrahimovic and Romelu Lukaku at Old Trafford increased concerns surrounding Marcus Rashford's position. Many fans wanted to see him through the middle instead of on the flank, but the signing of 2 recognized strikers in each of Mourinho's first 2 summers didn't bode well for the England international. And so he was often pushed out to the wings under the Portuguese coach. But has Rashford ever proved that he deserves to play through the middle? As per Transfer Market and other sources, he has scored 18 goals in 59 league matches while playing as a centre forward. That's hardly prolific. Centre-back Harry Maguire had more touches inside Newcastle's box than Rashford did in United's 1-0 defeat to Magpies in October. I'm not going to say he cannot ever be a number 9. He can be a dangerous number 9 in fact, especially if the opposition is not pragmatic, is not close and given spaces to attack. He can be dangerous in transitions, Mourinho said in a recent appearance on Sky Sports. Number 2. Scott McTominay deserves to play. Mourinho is often criticized for not giving young players an opportunity, but he saw something in Scott McTominay. The Scottish midfielder was given regular opportunities in midfield, and Mourinho used him as an example to the rest of his squad, naming him his own Player of the Year in 2018. He is the one that did everything, said Mourinho. He started the season in the academy and ends the season by playing in big matches in the Premier League, in the Champions League, while becoming an important player for the squad. So I thought this kid cannot go home without an award, so he's going to get my award. Scott McTominay has remained in the first team, appearing in every league game so far in the 2019 season, and he's become a very popular figure amongst the club's fans for his attitude and desire. Number 1. Finishing second in the 2017-2018 was an incredible accomplishment. Mourinho genuinely believed that leading the Red Devils to a runners-up finish ranked amongst his greatest career achievements. I keep saying and thinking and feeling that the second last season was one of my biggest achievements in the game, he said. Mourinho had won league titles in Portugal, England, Italy and Spain, and won the treble with Inter Milan in 2009 and 2010. So to claim that the 2017-2018 season is up there reeked of self-preservation. But he insisted it was the case even after he was sacked. I keep saying the same thing because people don't know what's going on behind the scenes, he added. Yet Manchester United are currently showing that Mourinho finishing second comfortably ahead of Tottenham, Liverpool and Chelsea was indeed a remarkable feat. The current squad isn't too dissimilar to the one Mourinho had. It even has a decent centre-back in Harry Maguire. But Solskjaer can only dream of a second place finish after the poor start to the 2019 campaign.